Good morning, YouTube. A very happy first day of 2017 to you. I'm hoping this video is finding you happy and well and not sick and hungover. and This video I do every year. It's my year in review, and I talk about the ups and downs of my journey into experimenting with diet and optimizing my human performance. And This year was a really radical shift for me after breaking what I would consider my 5-year long plant-based vegan lifestyle. So I've always enjoyed being an athlete and having an active lifestyle. I lettered in 4 sports when I was in high school. I was recruited for university sports, which I never followed through on. I've done racing, I've done soloing, I've done all sorts of crap. And It's part of the reason why I'm drawn to experimenting with diets like I have been, because I really want to see what is my optimal human performance. And there's so many claims that for some people that veganism or fruitarianism is their optimal diet. But for me, this has clearly not been the case. And This last year, when I was at the tail end of my plant-based and vegan stretch, I was really avoiding putting body shots up because I was so embarrassed. And I know for some people who have real struggles with weight and physiology and diet and exercise, you'll laugh at me. But for me, this was the fattest I've ever been and the most weight I've ever put on. And for part of me, for a while, I was thinking like, wow, I'm in my 40s and maybe I'm just going through the change, going through menopause, or shifts are happening or what have you. But now that I've come through to this, been doing this new thing for a while, I can see that that's not the case. So I'm going to show some body shots that I actually find kind of embarrassing, but I want to report truth and experience and just show you what's been going on for me as an individual. So here's my first body shot. It's kind of a lat spread, and the one on the right is from last night, and the one on the left is almost from exactly a year ago. And You can see I was really starting to get a lot of chunk around my lower back, which is where guys love to put on weight, little love handles, little muffin topping, and I've lost most of that. I'm still working, I'm still coming through in finding this new rebalance in my life, but you can see I have a lot more definition in my back and a lot less flab, and it's noticeable. So let's move on to the next photo. Alright, here are a couple of similar poses, one with kettlebells and one that's a back double bicep, and you can really see the left is from about a year ago for both those. Those were all around Christmas or shortly thereafter, maybe in January. And on the bottom left one, you can really see how much fat I was storing up on my lower back. And not terribly great biceps, but still fairly muscular and fit looking. But you can just see the huge difference in the ones on the right. I'm leaner, I'm way more muscular, my biceps are bigger, my shoulders are bigger, my traps are bigger, my back definition's great, and so much leaner in my lower back. And I didn't really realize until I did these side-by-side photos for this video how much it had changed. And I kind of understand now why some of my pants were getting so snug. Let's look at the next photo. Okay, so here are just some bicep shots and double bi shots, and the ones on the far left with the green tank are from a little bit over a year ago. They're not quite a year ago. And I had some decent muscle. The whole idea that there's not enough protein in a plant-based diet is ridiculous. The preformed vitamins and conversion factors, that's realistic, but protein's not really an issue. But nonetheless, as I've transitioned off of plant-based, I've just been building easier. Mass is easier to put on. I think it's just a whole system physiological functioning because my training hasn't really changed, other than the fact that I'm doing more kettlebells now and a little less barbell work. Um, I'm I'm still training about the same amount. It's not like I've done some radical shifts to try to push mass. So the photos in the middle, the two with the mustache, those are just from like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe now. And then the one in the lower right hand corner was from last night. And yeah, the other ones are all from a little over a year ago. The upper right hand one was taken at the same time as the one with the tank tops. And you can just see there's a big difference. My shoulders are bigger, my biceps, my peaks are bigger. Um, yep, just more mass and leaner. And now the one that I'm really shy to put up. And I had started getting so soft that I was getting really flabby in the chest, which I'd never had in my life. And just losing my abs and just actually was starting in my lower abs to get like a sizable squeeze. And this was taking on the right from this morning. I'm not quite back to where I was before I started all of this, but I'm getting pretty close. Starting to get some good definition in my abs again. Not quite a full six pack, but pretty close. Probably within a couple of months of that. So those are the body changes. Those are my transformations, and I think the photos speak for themselves.